Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. This is Christina. All right, my wise astrology tribe. I'm going to talk about today Jupiter and Venus conjunction in Aries. And I wanted to talk about that because I love those two planets. And 2 days ago, I was walking and, I saw Jupiter and Venus aligned in the sky, and it was really magnificent. So let's say, and let's talk about a little bit Jupiter, then we're going to talk about Venus and the Aries archetype. So, we all know Aries is really bold and very, very impulsive sign, actually. Aries is the warrior, and Aries ruled by Mars, right? And Mars is the warrior within us. Mars is something which is like keeping the fire. Mars is someone who is assertive, who could be even and aggressive as well, but I rather to take the positive notch on this, and I rather to say that it is the inner warrior. Usually, Aries, it's or first year of age during human development. So that is a really immature sign on a way, like, if we talk about the human development, it is really or toddler's years. So sometimes it's really cannot handle emotions, or it does handle as the impulsive way. So Aries rules actually ruled by Mars and rules the first house. And the first house is our personality. That is our self-image. That is actually our self-awareness or ego. The way we pretend ourselves to others, the way we pretend in society. So that's our vitality and that's our identity. And Aries is really independent, an independent sign, a bold, impulsive, independent sign. Jupiter is the planet of blessing. Jupiter actually rules two signs. Daytime, it rules the ninth house, Sagittarius, and nighttime, it rules Pisces, the mysterious, the 12th house, right? So Jupiter has different values in those both in those signs. So, for example, in ninth house, it is representing publishing, wisdom, and teaching, faith, and Jupiter is really blessing. It's representing ethics and beliefs. It's representing foreign matters, long distance traveling, big visions as well, broadcasting. And in the 12th house, it's representing your sleeps, your dreams. It's also representing conspiracies, any hidden matters, hidden enemies, or addiction, or really, really intimate private life, or secrets. And, we all have secrets. We all have secrets. And 12th house usually is something like self-sacrifice. So Jupiter in the 12th could be really sacrificing itself. And in the 12th house, it's the hidden emotion. It is the psyche. It's the eternal womb. It's retirement, witchcraft. Jupiter, actually, the planet of blessing, and it married with Juno, but Jupiter was really unfaithful. So here it is the thing, it's a blessing, but also Jupiter has a lot of downside in Greek mythology, if you were learning about him. The Jupiter stone actually is lapis lazuli, because Jupiter and Juno get married on a stone of lapis lazuli, and it's actually going to connect you with your higher self, and it's capable to connect you with the divine energy. Jupiter really, really capable to do that. Venus, on the other hand, also rules two signs. And everybody thinks Venus is only love and beautiful, but not. Venus actually has double side. Venus is the true yin and yang. It's representing duality, yin and yang. And where? Why? Because Venus is rules love, but also rules money. And that is two very different things. Love and material needs are so different. It rules Taurus, the second house, right? So Taurus is an earth fixed sign, And over there, it rules everything about your values, it rules your desires, your material possession, your talents and skills, and everything with your revenues and assets and your possessions, everything that is movable, like your jewelries. And also it rules food and taste as well, right? And in Libra, because it also rules Libra, it's more about love. It's rules relationships in Libra. It rules legal matters as well over there. It rules friendship, marriage, like corporations and peace and your love, partnership. So in Libra, it's a totally different thing. So in Libra, it rules night, and in Taurus, it rules the day. So you see, we have two planets which is conjuncting in Aries, and both of them actually are ruling two signs, and both of them has a lot of duality in it and a lot of low and high vibration. But usually when we talk about Jupiter and Venus, we are talking about a blessing over here. And I have to mention one thing about Jupiter and Venus conjunction, because I did some research and videos about racism and KKKs what is that, like white supremacist. And many times I found Jupiter and Venus conjunction in a bad aspect with a malefic in a very intense sign. For example, Jupiter Venus in Scorpio, Jupiter Venus in Aries, Jupiter Venus in Capricorn, and actually squaring with a malefic like Pluto or with Mars or South Node, then it could give you a sense of, or it could actually indicate racism in those people charts. Okay, so it's not all good about this too. However, Venus is art, Jupiter is blessing, Jupiter is expanding everything what it touches. And you know what? Jupiter is good in most of the houses, but usually in the sixth house, eighth house, it could indicate some kind of trouble with health, or, it could indicate like a hard paying of debts or karma. So right there, again, there could be some kind of difficulties with Jupiter being in certain houses. It's expanding. Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter, the gas giant, it's still expanding. It's never ending expanding. It is gaining and growing. So with that saying on, when Jupiter is aligned with something beautifully like Venus, then it could bring in blessing. It can shimmering us with blessing, okay? So usually this is the time for us when it's good for proposal, good to get married, good to start an artwork, or, like even be more joyous, more peaceful, more optimistic, for example. And if you check it here, because, I have some asteroid here with Jupiter-Venus conjunction, Jupiter moves slower, Venus is faster, and Venus going to bump onto everyone over here. So it's going to bump onto Vesta, right? Then when Jupiter-Venus conjunction from February 28th till March 4th, it's going to bump in Vesta. Vesta is the asteroid. It's an investment asteroid also, so it's really good for investment, but it's an asteroid to actually the eternal flame, the passion, the compassion within the mojo in us. And Vesta could be very artsy as well, and really, really wise as well. And then 2 days later, right, it's going to bump into Jupiter. So in an extra blessing, what can it be a blessing for us? So listen, I'm going to mention all individual signs here, but what I have to mention, Aries is rules the first house, it rules your head, it rules your eyes, it rules your self-esteem. So in Aries, it could be like we're going to get some kind of boost in self-esteem. We're going to have more self-worth. we might going to have, especially if it's in your first house, some kind of new hairstyle, right? Because it is in Aries. So it is like, all right, I'm going to take care of myself. I want to look better. And also, if you want to invest in something, because Vesta is here as well, then it could be anything metal related. So usually Aries rules only iron and copper and coal, but on the other hand, it could actually, or mining, it could actually also can rule any kind of metal. So it is, and because of Venus is gemstones, diamonds, and something like that, it could be like, I'm going to preserve my money to buying expensive jewelries, diamonds, and that's how the inflation not going to actually affect my revenues, right? All right. Later on, Venus going to jump and knock into Chiron, and Chiron is our wounds. So you have to check in your natal chart what degree is Chiron in, because that is the degree when you either get humiliated or get wounded by your social circle, by society. But Chiron in general, that's our deepest wound. That is what we need to heal. And the year of usually between 48 and 40 and 50, we have a Chiron return when we are capable to move forward, when we are not looking back on anything anymore, and we know who we are, we know our worth, and the wound is healed and totally healed and not showing anymore. The scars are not there anymore. When Venus is going in this wound, it's of course going to actually trigger it, but trigger it with love. So you will have the right people, the right therapists, the right friends who actually, even if the wound gets triggered, will be right by you and helping you through with it, right? Okay. And then Venus going to bump into Juno over here, and Aries. Juno is loyalty, it's wisdom, it's the loyal partner, the soulmate. So it could indicate some of you going to find a soulmate in your life. Or it could be like, you going to be loyal to something, loyal what you love, standing up for what you love in life. It doesn't have to bring in a soulmate, but Juno, it is loyalty, and Venus is love. So loyal, whatever you love, and standing up for it. And when Venus and Aries going to conjunct, of course, Aries is, everything with Aries could be actually really nasty, and she wants us to suffer. So I don't really like it, but it could be something like my little naughtiness over here, because it could be one thing like I want to ride that bus of karma, and actually I want to see the people who wrongfully treated me to fair. So it could be some kind of naughty feeling in, like, you know what, I would love to see karma to work out here. So that could be that only. All right, guys. So I'm going to then talk about all the individual signs over here where it's going to affect you. Aries, obviously, it's going to happen in your first house. And as I said, first house is your vitality, it's your self-image, it's your self-awareness, that's your ego, your body, your appearance. So yeah, there is, you're going to invest in yourself. You're going to make some kind of expensive changes, new hairstyle. Maybe you're going to want to have a laser surgery on your eye, and you will do that. And something beautiful clothes, you're going to change your wardrobe, like anything about you, the way you are representing your business, representing your company, and the way you're representing yourself. And for Tauruses, you're going to have that actually in your 12th house, okay? 12th house is everything with your sleep, with your dreams, with conspiracy, with your hidden enemies. Actually, it could bring up it actually reveal your hidden enemies, so you're not going to be blinded anymore, which is great because you can actually act accordingly. And, that's your emotion. That is actually, if you are seeking to get healed in a addiction center or seeking to get therapists, you will be loved and the help will be there for you. So that could be really there. Actually, 12 houses, photography and writing scripts. So it could be really great for you, Tauruses, to work behind the scene on some kind of artwork. So I really love that for you. And what about Geminis? Geminis is going to be in your 11th house. 11th house are your goals, your friends. That's your hopes and wishes. And that's your fellowships. That's your tribe. It is very humanitarian. That is also could be some kind of group of social media, you know, your society. So you might going to join a tribe or a club or, you know, like a social media group where you will be loved and well received. Your work will be well received. Maybe you're going to have a lot of followers on social media. So it could be very beneficial for you. It could be also like a big bonus paid out for you from your career. What's happening with Cancers? Cancers, you're going to have that conjunction in your 10th house. And in your 10th house, actually, that's your career. 10th house is everything with achievement and mastery, okay? That is authority figures and political power. So if you want to seek and go for office, it would be a right time to announce it, for example. It could be actually really good to work on your public image. And you know, you might get some kind of royalty if you already worked on some kind of book publishing. This could be a negotiating for that. But definitely new goals and the career could be in limelight, and you can get a new career, which going to be honored and successful. Yes. And then let's see Leos over here. Leos, you're going to have that in your 9th house. And 9th house is foreign matters. That's traveling, long distance traveling, teaching, universities, religion, morals. It's your faith. It's your philosophy. It's your prophetic dreams. And also that is publishing and broadcasting and podcasting and spirituality and teaching. So you might going to actually take on to another teaching job, or you can go to travel abroad, or you actually can go to teach abroad or study abroad. But definitely it's a new vision. You can also publish a book, or you can also start broadcasting, which could be later really good for you. And then let's go to Virgos. Okay, Virgos, it's going to happen in your 8th house. 8th house is transformational. It's your shared resources. It's all the taboos, sex, death, abortion, miscarriage, hidden enemies. And it's also your inheritance, your loans, and your instinct, your rebirth. And then what's going to happen over here? So actually, you can pay off your karma and your family karma over here, or it could actually secure you a mortgage, a loan. You can also have some kind of inheritance coming in, or you can get a really great tax return at the tax refund here. All right, so I'm moving forward and I'm going to talk about Libras right now. So Libras, it is going to happen in your 7th house. 7th house is your actually cooperation and agreements. This is your legal matters, your social life, your partners, business partner, and your marriage partner, friendship, and contracts. So also that is the legal matters as well here. So if you are in a lawsuit, it could turn out to be to your favor, or you can get actually a proposal to get married or an engagement. But also it could bring in a new business partner. Or some kind of agreements in business which going to be really fulfilling and beneficial. All right, so I'm going to Scorpios right now. Scorpios, it's going to take on into your 6th house, and 6th house is ruled by Virgo. So Virgo is really observing, and actually it's a service for others and really helpful. So the 6th house is your daily routines. That's your daily life. That is actually your job, your labor. And it also represents healers and workers and little animals, your pets. The 6th house is connected with obligation and public service as well. So if you actually have Jupiter and Venus conjunction over here, you might also going to get healed, and it could be a miraculous healing. It could be some good news with your health, or you might going to get a promotion in your job. It's not a career, it's your daily work, it's your labor, but you can get actually really, really influential client into your work. And also you can have a tenant, a new roommate, or you might going to adopt a little small animal. All right, so moving forward, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is an amazing conjunction for you in your fifth house. Fifth house is your joy. That's your fun, romance, your pleasure. This is also your inner child. And the fifth house actually is also your intimate relationship, your romantic relationship, your lover. It is very sexual, and it's also actually represents games and prizes. That is actually your hobbies over here, the fun, what you really love to do. And here, Jupiter and Venus is really a blessing. You might going to win on lottery. You might going to win a prize. Something is actually in an investment going on to your favor. So it is very auspicious. If you wrote a book, or actually right now deciding to writing something or create a creative project, it will be very well received. You will be really pleased. All right, Capricorns, it's going to take on to your fourth house. Fourth house, everything with your home, with your family, with your land, with your feelings, but feelings like I'm missing my home country, so homesickness. It is also traditions and your ancestors, real estate business, your living situation, your roots, your private life. And it is also representing ending and funerals. But with this, I wouldn't say so. I would say like you might going to purchase a new home, or actually Jupiter and Venus, it might expand your home. So you're going to build to it, or you're going to renovate either the whole entire home or at least the kitchen. That's what it is, because fourth house is kitchen. And then it could be also some kind of loving time with your family members. You might going to actually adopt someone. All right, so going forward, and Aquarius is gonna take into the free house, third house for you. Third house has to do everything with your ability to understand information, your mind, your writing skills, your siblings, your neighbors, and friends as well. And also short trips and transportation, your communication and communication devices. This is the house of cousins as well. And it is your intellect as well, but it's the lower intellect. It's more like social skills and craftsmanship over here, and the early education. So over here, it's representing your child might be actually accepted somewhere where you really wanted them to go, or it could be like, oh my God, I'm going to my neighbors are amazing. I have new neighbors, or I moved in a new neighborship, and actually neighborhood, and it is like lovely and loving and beautiful and luxurious and comfortable. And it could be like you're going to get a big car, but it's very luxurious and comfortable, because Jupiter is big. That's why I'm telling that. Or you're going to invest in security. Security, I'm telling that because of third house ruled by Mercury, and it could be some kind of internet security device, or you're going to upgrade like an AI your office or something like that. And let's go to Pisces. All right, Pisces, it's gonna take this conjunction in your second house. Second house is great. Second house is have to do everything with your assets, with your self-worth, with your talent, with your skills, with your taste, your income, your wealth. So, it's also your personal security. And, it covers luxury and your material possessions, your desire to earn. So, over here, Jupiter and Venus will bring you some kind of very good amount of money, and you can win something, or you're capable to to actually sell what you are, your assets or your talent. You might have a talent what everybody wants to hire you for, and you're going to actually get a great income for. It could be like you're going to start gardening, or you're going to, and it's beautify the gardens, like you're gonna be outside a lot and gardening. Or it could be some kind of material possession, like you're going to invest in gems or diamond to preserve your money. So it could be really good. That's definitely the desire for material needs going to be like really updated for you, and you're not gonna take no for an answer. All right, guys, so that is Jupiter and Venus conjunction for all signs, and a little bit of update over here. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org, and please comment and please share my knowledge with others so they can also benefit from my guidance. And also, I also would like to promote my new book, which is Let's Talk About Death. And it is all the taboos like death, sex, abortion, bullying, racism, and it's written for children aged between 10 and 19, even 20. And actually, I'm going to use a pen name, which is Uma Kriko. It's going to be available in all big bookstores, on Amazon, Kindle version, and we're working on actually the audio book as well. Thank you so much for listening and for your attention. Bye, friends. Bye, my Wise Astrology Tribe. I see you soon with the full moon videoscope. Bye.